Breaking news, Chelsea are considering a move to sign Douglas Luiz on loan for the remainder of the season from Juventus. He's currently on loan at Nottingham Forest, but there is a break clause that could see him return to Juventus to then be loaned out to Chelsea. So, quick little recap on who Douglas Luiz is. He is formerly of Aston Villa, where he played so brilliantly there that he earned himself a move to Italian giants Juventus. The move to Juventus went about as terrible as it could go. They spent a lot of money on him, and in the one season that he was there, he hardly did anything, whether that was through poor performances or injuries, until they ultimately got fed up with him, and they sent him back on loan to England again, this time with Nottingham Forest. And his time at Nottingham Forest has once again been riddled with injuries and just a general inconsistency, as Nottingham Forest have really struggled this season compared to last. And where does all that get you in the Joe Shields Manchester City fetish? A move to Chelsea. Yes, we're actually entertaining Douglas Luiz on loan. Now, I can't lie, this just feels like a 3.0 of this move, where we signed Dennis Zakaria, I believe on loan from Juventus as well, to come in, and he did absolutely nothing. Which was a 2.0 of the original midfielder on loan who does absolutely nothing, where we signed Saul from Atletico Madrid. And all this begs the question, what is actually happening to Romeo Lavia? Because for those of you who don't know or need to be reminded, he's been out injured for the past, I think, 3 months now. And when he had originally gone down with that injury, we were told as fans it was minor and he's not even expected to be out for a month. And we've gotten radio silence and he's still sidelined ever since. So it really comes to a point where it's like, what can Chelsea do in midfield? Because we clearly need more depth in midfield. We overplay Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez too much because our backups are either not good enough or always injured. And Romeo Lavia falls into the always injured category. It gets to a point where it's no longer just availability is your best ability. It becomes simply availability needs to be unability. We need to be able to play you sometimes. So while I'm not adamantly against Douglas Luiz, I do think it's not an upgrade, it's not a long-term solution, but at the end of the day, yes, we do need some depth in midfield. Would my first choice be Douglas Luiz? No, absolutely not. But given the circumstances, sure, why not have a punt at it? So I pass the discussion over to you guys. Do you think Douglas Luiz at Chelsea would be a good move? Do you think Douglas Luiz at Chelsea would be a bad move? Get in the comments down below and don't forget to follow for more.